Hello, one more time to this Catharsis project. Today there is no topic interesting to talk, but I will talk about in general what is the sociology. So it's interesting how I've been doing these videos and how I've been explaining to you what is sociology in general. Obviously, until here, I have not received any comments or just a few likes and a few subscribers. But I hope when the time goes appearing to my days, then I will get more views and more comments for then guide myself into what kind of things I can show you. So I will give you some introductions of what is the sociology in general and what sociology do in his daily life. Well, by the way, the life of sociology um first of all, the students um, that are studying sociology are very welcome to this space to listen to what's happening into Mexico City. So I would like to introduce you to. I have here some paper on my hands that can explain how a little bit is the sociology, but the idea of this is that um, you will have to share your livings in the different process of socializations that we are having like sociologists. So the first thing is to start to get know how we must answer to the other people and how to handle our emotions. I have been telling you in other videos how to handle your emotions, how significant are the dreams in our lives, in our societies. I have been telling you a little bit of the sociology analysis of the cars, of the cigarette, of Lucifer, of contemporary sociology, different points of view. So there are many videos that I have done for you that maybe are not centralized in the sociology, but give another perspectives of what is happening in the world. So by the way, I heard somebody send me an article that if you want to see something violent on the internet, just go to YouTube and you will find it. So this comment, it's a little bit true and a little bit false because we find out in YouTube channels a lot of violence, a lot of different stuff that are characterized by the social media. So um, we can see too a lot of different movies, different things. So I think this is another part of studying the social media and this cyber sociology. It's to understand how the contemporary sociology it's making us to change our lives into different kind of thinkings and to analyze how much the cyberspaces and the technology have been changed the world. So another thing that I have been seeing on videos, it's these things about the politics, the nuclear bombs, and how we are in risk of a third world war, and maybe using these weapons is going to be a mess. I have been studying that these kind of decisions that are in hands of the politicians or presidents of different countries, um, we are now like in a cold war once again. So this is very worried for the ones who are considered themselves like human beings. So it's important to do not forget our human rights and how much respect we should have to each other human. So I have been telling you in other videos about the climate change and how the climate change influences in our bodies, in our biology, in our emotions, our feelings, our different ways to socialize. So this is very important to you to get know this kind of thinkings. So then you will start to know uh, more what it's the principles of the sociology. So I spend too. I would like to be very honest. I spend too much time seeing videos on how the conspiracy theories have been involved on this century, and how these conspiracies have been changed the world, and how the society is looking to these conspiracies like something that it's dark or it's not well seen by the society. So um, this topic about the conspiracies, about the religions, about the societies are topics that sometimes are very difficult, not just to understand, are difficult to analyze because every single person have different perspectives from the world and from the society. So my intention in these videos is to make you realize how the culture of each nation on the world is changing. So I have been telling you too about the traveling experiences and how throughout these traveling experiences you can start to change your mind. So um, I haven't talked about the um, well, I have talked about the dreams. I have talked about uh, topics that maybe are a little bit uncomfortable for the people, but it's part of study these things that some sociologists are forgetting. So that's what it's making me special. So another thing that I recommend you is to have different interactions, like I told in other videos, to other universities that are studying sociology, to contact embassies for them, start to involve to this sociological world, and that sometimes um, the benefits that it's going to be being a sociology is that you will always have your society into your right to use it by making research and making scientific investigation for them give new projects to the world, give new ideas to the world. So sometimes they are not the spaces on the internet for involving too much good with other societies. So now the distances are break by the media. So the media is now connecting the world into different parts, but um, the other thing is that media at the same time it's creating spaces between the human beings. So the human beings are forgetting how to be human, how to have this process of socialization, naturally process of socialization, communication with each other. So maybe when a kid is on his cell phone, or when the mom or the dad is on his cell phone, then they are start to get the kid lost into this media, and then the natural process of socialization starts to change. So that's why sometimes these diseases by the media it's affecting to the world. So that's why someone says that the cell phones can cause cancer and um, different kind of sickness on the people, that it's really happening. So um, I think I am part of this generations that are controlled now by the media, and now our dads are looking us like strangers. We are in capsules on this media, where the media it's we are like sponges that someone else it's wants our energy, and this energy are very unuseful for doing our jobs very well. So uh, we are slaves now of the technology. We are slaves of many things that when technology didn't exist, we were not slaves. We were free. We were going to the river. We were traveling to other countries. Maybe we camping on the forest. Different things that nowadays the technology are dividing the societies, and this constantly stress that the people it's having, it's just because we are having this difficult on communication, that we think it's communicate to the world, but at the same time we are just communicating with ourselves. So something that it's happening to me when I'm recording this kind of videos is that when I'm sleep, my mind starts to when it starts to wake up, yeah, my mind it's still thinking of what I'm going to say on the next video. So that's why I think sometimes I'm saying things that are not very current. So it depends on the day. I do not like doing videos on Shabbat or this Friday or Saturday, because I think I'm losing, or we lose our minds on these sacred days. But it depends on any kind of religion you have. But the central thing here is that the media it's dividing. It's making more interesting the world, but at the same time it's dividing the societies. So now sometimes we don't have this love with the people that are near us, because we are thinking that the cell phone is more interesting. Some sociologists call this kind of matrix in which we are connected all. Some Jewish call this tikkun olam, in which you are connected into the world. Someone's just say that it's something metaphysical, but the properties that have the body is that the body can make feel you and can make you feel comfortable with other things. So the only thing that the body never get will never get will never be friendly with, it's to stop eating. That's the only thing you will always do. Like anything else, you can have this adaptation to the environment and to the new things that are happening. So that's why even the technology is growing and growing up, like the nuclear bombs, like the cars, like other kind of sickness that the society is having are increasing. At the same time, your body can be friendly with those new things. So this is the importance of the socialization, because we are having this adaptation thanks for the socialization with other people, by understanding how much is changing our reality, and to start to change ideas to other people, for then understanding more. um, I reject these things that are we looking at the news, or at we so that is what is making sense. But there are another things called the values that we uh, have in the family, that it's going to reinforce the relationships that are going to be in the society. So I think that the family is the central thing. I think that we will have in the society. Then we have the education, we have the we have the work, we have the people that it's around us, that maybe we call the friends, or the people that we think are interesting, or consider us like human beings, like people that really love ourselves and really love to everybody. So uh, in sociology, you will find too um, this part of the art, of the music, that analyzing these topics are going to be very interesting for you, and how the musicians are getting these relationships for start to work in new projects, in new music, in new music. So now, as you can see, the pop music have been always uh, take a big place on the society. So that's why this art and culture that it's constantly renovated for the society, and are appearing new artists, and then the old artists tend to come more and more famous. Then the kids that were famous now are more famous, because they are getting involved with hip hop, with rap, with rock. So that is why it's making the music, the pop music, into different ambience. So as you can see, the sociology can handle different topics, and he might understand every single topic that it's going to be present in the society. That is the quality of of the sociology. But at the same time, you have to be serious. You have to be respectful. You have to be not measured for the things that you are trying to give these correlationships to the people. So another topic very interesting, that it's a little bit in the dark side of the sociology, are the drugs. The drugs have been always present in any kind of civilization. Since Egypt exists, since many other antique civilizations exist, the drugs are going to be present in the society. But it's a topic that it's difficult to understand, but at the same time um, is going to be part of this understanding, on how the people sometimes it's involving you by their interest, by the things, by their feelings, their emotions, and sometimes they want to get approached by using kind of drugs. I'm not meaning just the illegal drugs that you know, like weed, heroin, cocaine, crack, and different kind of drugs that exist in the society. There are other drugs like you can buy in any kind of store, and these drugs is going to make you part of feeling different by these normal feelings that you should have with the other people. So sometimes drugs get isolated for the people that are using these things, and the process of socializations are starting to get changing by these things. So um, I have been to used I have been done a video in which I said that maybe sociologists are crazy. So there is there is a time in the sociologist's mind that sometimes you have a lot of topics on your mind, and maybe it's kind of difficult to introduce to the people and to give your perspectives, because you have firstly to organize this idea, create the methodology of investigation, and then start to know more about what is the sociology. So another sentence that I constantly uh, listened on the sociology is that sociology will be always starving, and that's because people think that we are never going to get work, that our lives is going to be the worst, because like philosophers, they don't find jobs like an engineer, or like someone that are studying computer or nanotechnology, or it's kind of it's on our company or things like that. So that's why I want to say that it is totally false, as you can create your own sociology, create your own ideas and your own theories. These are going to be involved and involve more to the world, and you are going to start to convince the people that your theories are going to be the next theories that will going to be applied to the society. So it's important to know that when you are writing things, when you are making new discoveries, and you are thinking they are new discoveries, maybe they are not new discoveries, but sociology is in charge of taking the new discoveries of the sociology into the contemporary time. So if you discover something that it's already discovered in the past, do not get worried. This is very normal, that will happen in sociology, and that's why the sociology it's in constant movement. So that's why you think you are making new discoveries. So you will find out in sociology too, the micro sociology and the macro sociology. The macrosociology, it's analyzing the structures that we have around the world, like example, and the microsociology, it's analyze the single group on a society in which you are interested. So the microsociology depends on the macrosociology, and the macrosociology will depends on the microsociology. So I have been studying about these goddesses that are around us, and how our world starts to change the way we are thinking. So it's important to understand how much these words are making us these situations changing. So I think but I am doing these videos, that the central idea of doing these videos, it's to make a program. This is a program that you can be followed. So the first videos are shorter, but I will do or I am doing now um, videos more extended for then you can follow me onto these different topics. So I will try to do not touch just one topic. I will do uh, I will have different analysis on the things for them. uh, you can start to understand me. So I know these different I already remember of what I'm talking. um, the goddesses sometimes are having fear of our words. So that's why when we are kind of losing our minds of different things, it is because these goddesses are trying, or these gods are trying to control our minds, or to are fearing something. So this is just an idea that I have, but I think there is no other kind of having fear to something. Just I think the only thing you can fear is death. So the other things you will find out how to fix it, and how to make realize this, make truth these different things. So mm, you will see how much the actions of the society, the good decisions and the bad decisions of the society, and the character of the people, the psychology of the people influence too in the society. So if we have someone that it's representing um, a group, like in your class, well, the conduct in your class will depend on the feelings, the emotions, and how this group, this leader group is going to representation. It happens too in the with the president. The character, the environment that the president is having in his health is the reflection that will happen in the society. So I'm finishing this video by saying to you thank you very much for watching, and I think if you want to subscribe, click the button down there, make a comment, like and share. Visit my website and have a nice day.